And we're back, Mike. What episode is this? 10?
10? Yeah. I think we're at 10.
Yeah. Let's say 10. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 10 of I'm Rank, the show where sometimes we rank shit, sometimes we don't. Usually we don't. But today, since it's our 10th anniversary, it's going to be a special one. We're going to be ranking things. And as you can probably tell from our banner, we're going to rank Spider-Man. But not any Spider-Mans, Raimi Spider-Mans. And not the movies, but the best side characters. Not supporting, side characters. So, Mike, how many did you rank?
You know, I was going to do it. I said, fuck it. I'm too lazy. So I brought somebody in to do it for me. But the Jake.
Hey, everybody. I'm here. I'm something of a scientist myself when it comes to the Raimi trilogy, I tell you right now.
You know what? Then fuck this. I did my due diligence and I actually did a freaking list. But fuck it, I'm not going to list it either. I'm going to bring a ringer too.
Something of a scientist? That's it? That's the best you got?
Yeah.
You know what this means, Mike? We got Australians!
Yes.
We just turned this shit
All
up
right.
to 11.
You have to get diversity. You have to think about that. I'm glad you decided to bring me and Mike into this because that's what we're all about.
This show now is far-reaching. We got to the other side of the world and back. It's funny. We are all in different time zones. It's amazing. Let's do it. Okay, so like I said, we are going to be ranking the top Spider-Man trilogy side characters. What does that exactly mean? I don't know. We just left it up to these guys. They know what they want to do. Jake, how many you got?
I did the traditional. Actually, no, I didn't do 10. I want to say I'm sorry. I lied. I did 11. Okay, I'm sorry. I went one step beyond, and I'm apologizing right now. I went 11. Sorry, there was just so many characters, and I want to start off with my number 11. You just go straight into it. You're straight into it.
Wait, Michael, did you do 11 too?
So, how many legs does a spider have?
8.
Sounds hot. So I figured, technically I have 8 listed, but I also have 11. So,
okay.
Or 10.
I'm regretting this decision already. You have 8, officially 8, and Jake has 11. Let's just have Jake do his first 3, and we'll see what happens from there. Also, we haven't seen this list, so this is going to be kind of a shit show. Let's go.
And
number 11, Jake. Who's your number?
If anyone has anything higher, I say for yikes, we say I'm going to throw some dirt in your eye. That's it.
Wait,
okay.
We don't yikes. We're not your list sucks. We do same.
Same.
Yes.
I was going to suggest Shazam or Go Web Go, but I think
Okay.
same is.
All right, fair.
So number 11, I decided to go with one of he was one of the first characters you see in the trilogy. You see him on the bus. There's so much story going on with him. I decided to go with the jelly donut guy.
Hell yeah.
He's eating the jelly donut and then he's laughing at Peter as he's running towards the bus. He's great, and he won't even let Peter sit next to him on the bus when he gets on the bus. What kind of man is that?
That's how you know you're a loser, when the jelly donut guy won't let you sit next to him.
Because the narration's like, I'd like to tell you that's me. Or heck, I even take him. He's talking about the jelly donut guy as he's biting into the jelly donut. I just think there's so much thematic poetry in that, and I just had to give him the number 11 spot.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You remember the jelly donut guy?
He eats a jelly donut.
I remember the jelly donut guy.
He's perfect.
Okay, number 10.
Number 10. Okay, so I decided to go with one of the the inferior films in the trilogy. I decided to go with Spider-Man 3 on this one, and I'm going with at the finale climactic battle in the audience, in the spectators. J.J. Jameson, he needs some photos. Who does he go to? Little girl. There's a little girl right next to him taking photos. He's like, I'll pay you. I'll give you $100. Give me the photo. Give me the camera. She's trying to take the cameras. There's no film in it. There's no film in the camera.
Films extra.
Films extra. See, she just pawned the ultimate pawn in the trilogy, and I just think that's brilliant. I think she has so much history going on.
It basically sets up the next generation of. There's a whole thematic thing. It basically, I think it went over a lot of people's heads, pretty much.
But people don't think about that. I just think that means a lot. Do you remember this scene in Spider-Man 3, guys?
Is that
Oh my
it?
god! Did you see it? Yes, that's her.
She is right there.
That's her.
Production
I don't want
value.
a job. I'm just a kid. J.J. Jones pays $100.
Honestly, I think she was probably snubbed for an Oscar. The way she was able to capture the essence of like a preteen girl talking to her, like
It's these moments that Raimi is able to create the world by having these characters. And I think this is part of why I love the side characters of the Raimi trilogy. And she's a part of the universe, if we will.
yeah. Fun fact.
I'm not sure this is the guy you mentioned before, but just in case, let me try this. Is this the guy?
Yes, that's good.
The jelly donut falls on the freaking falls out.
You see,
Like,
the jam part, ooze out. It's just
yeah, I don't know what he expected to happen by eating it at the back. Where was the jam going to go? Where was the,
Who does that? Who bites a donut and then bites the
the
other
jelly
side?
donut guy.
Okay, so who's your number 9, Jake?
My number 9, I had to go with. So a big part of the trilogy is Bruce Campbell.
Samesies.
Wait, but which one?
Samesies. Doesn't matter which one. Samesies.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. He's playing the same character according to Spider-Man 4, which we all love. We've all seen that movie.
But just for completion's sake, which one you meant?
I'm going with the one from Spider-Man 3.
Ah,
Major D. Major D.
Yeah.
Major D. Major D. You know what, is that a samesies or do we just talk about it?
yeah. If it's samesies, you just say samesies.
No, samesies. Okay. So Peter's going on a date with MJ. There he is.
Samesies. It's samesies.
Keep
Are they
it.
samesies?
We'll move on. We'll bring it up later.
He's the different one. Okay.
Okay, Michael,
Okay.
you lazy fuck. Okay. It's your time to do something. Hey, who
Okay.
you got?
No, number 8. So we all remember the Unity Festival in the first film, right? Now you're probably not expecting. I'm not going where you're expecting me to go. After Spider-Man saves MJ, there's a shot as they're swinging through the city. You can tell that it's clearly a mannequin. And I think the mannequin shows more depth of the character than Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland ever could dream of. And here's my number 8. He's just stand still. It's the perfect Spider-Man pose. I think, honestly, Andrew Garfield wishes is basically what I'm trying to say. So that's my number 8. The mannequin
The
shot.
mannequin shot. Day festival.
Yeah.
Unity Day festival.
After he saved MJ.
That's
This is
I would
why
never heard of that. That's why
I
Michael is
get a
a
picture of this.
champion.
But good choice.
Thank
We're
you.
off to a great
Put a
start.
lot of work into it. Put a lot of-
Scientist man. What's your 8?
Scientist. Well, number 8 was the major date, but that's the same thing, so we got to move on to the 7. But you know how this format works, Nazario?
Not really. Do we have a
number
Wait. Let me, I did Google a picture, so But Michael, you have this on samesies, right?
Yeah, samesies.
Okay. We're not doing 7, Jake. We do 1 by 1. We're not a total ripoff.
We didn't do 8. I just realized. I thought you said 9.
God damn it.
8 and 9 are very
How
similar.
many legs does the spider have, Jake? Gee.
Give me that, Jake. Fix it.
Number 8. It's from Spider-Man 2. It's the bank teller. Bank teller. He will not give a loan to Aunt May. You know this?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's played by John McHale, okay? And there's a running gag throughout the scene where he keeps getting hit by Aunt May. He keeps going, ow, oh, ow. And then he picks up the coin and he's like, oh, I'm going to take it. And then Aunt May's like, fuck that, you bitch. "You're not taking the money," and he goes, "Ow!" It's brilliant. It's poetry because he gets hit once and he gets hit twice. They set it up and then they paid it off. He wouldn't get the loan, but he'll take the money. So it's brilliant. Is this him? That's him. That's him there. And he's like, "Oh, your son's a real hero," and all that shit. Like, this guy was greedy as. He's from the bank. That's how you know he's a bad person. That's why he deserved getting slapped by Aunt May.
Fair.
I didn't even get the poster. It's bullshit.
The guy is actually pretty funny in Community, so.
I would know.
Now we're gonna try to rectify this train. Michael, give me number 7.
Okay, so my number 7 comes from Spider-Man 2. There's a scene after Peter loses his powers where he tries to catch a mode of transportation and he hops in an elevator. And in comes in this Jeremy Johns looking motherfucker who is actually played by Hal Sparks with a dog. And they share the whole elevator ride. And the comedic timing, this is like a legitimately funny scene that is you very rarely see in a superhero movie. They talk about, he's like, cool costume, man. Cool.
It rubs in the crotch.
He's like, yeah, it gets itchy. Rubs up in the crotch sometimes, and just honestly, the physical comedy in this scene is kind of amazing. Just the awkwardness. It's legitimately like hilarious. I fucking love it.
And don't watch the extended scene because it goes on for 5 fucking minutes. It's terrible. It's
just like the look aways, and it's
yeah. This is brilliant.
So he looks like Jeremy Johns. I can't get it.
He
out.
does look like Jeremy.
I have seen this guy somewhere. I think it was that gay TV show.
Yeah, he is.
Right?
What really great?
His name's Hal Sparks.
What's the name of that show? You know, the gay one.
Queer as Folk?
Queer as Folk. That's it, guys. Actually, that's an amazing show. I watched 3 seasons. I never actually finished it. I probably should. That guy is great in that, and he's funny here. Good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair. But yeah. Okay.
Number 7, Jake.
Number 7. Okay. Now, this is a little, I picked that. I'm a big fan of this guy. I'm going back to the first Spider-Man. There has to be order with all these school kids. They keep failing classes. They're like 25 years old. So we need a teacher who's about roughly the same age as the students. So I'm going with the old science teacher. He's in the first 10 minutes of the movie. He tells everyone to shut up. That's person whose spouse will fail this course. I kid you not. Do you remember this, Nazario? You look like you don't know what you're talking about. You look like you don't know.
Like behind Peter and Harry, he probably has the third most lines in that first opening 10 minutes without all these background talking and stuff.
He's the reason why Peter's able to take photos of MJ because he's able to pull Harry out of the scene.
Yeah.
You're talking during that woman's presentation. Picks him out, and then he's able to get the photos. Again, becomes Spider-Man. He becomes essential to the creation of Spider-Man. Okay, do you remember this guy, Nazario?
No, not even a little bit. But I believe you. So I want to rewatch just to see the science guy.
Yes, thank you.
Interesting. Number 7 for Mikey Mike.
My number 6, you mean?
Wait.
Yeah,
Seven.
number 6.
God damn it. Yes. 6.
So I've actually
supposed to skip.
Yeah, I've actually brought along a clip.
Oh.
Here we go.
You have it? Where is it?
Yep. I'm going to play it on my phone.
Category of Marvel. What Marvel anti-hero has a brief implied appearance at the end of Spider-Man 2? In the category of Marvel.
So the answer to that, as many people who have watched the Triple Threat Phantom title match would know, is the Punisher. It was actually Thomas Jane's stunt double, and as Mary Jane is in her wedding dress running through the water fountain, you see the Punisher. He's meant to be the Punisher. It's Thomas Jane's stunt double in the background. Look like I'm gonna murder that.
This is true.
So that's number 6. Like that's cinematic universe. In 2004, the Punisher is in a Spider-Man movie. Like that's crazy.
You remember when MJ's running out of the wedding?
Yeah,
and then there's this guy that responds, that's in there.
Yeah, that's Thomas Jane.
That's not Thomas Jane, even though it looks exactly like SJ.
Actually, yeah, it actually looks a lot. I was gonna say that's probably.
Yeah, he does look a lot like him.
I do have to say one thing, Michael. New Goblin, I will be challenged.
Why is he so pissed at MJ?
Yeah, I know.
Because
He's
she's
like-
in a
he's
wedding
like,
dress and she's not
happy.
in the church.
The Punisher doesn't allow people to be happy.
Fair. I actually now want to see that crossover.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna try to get this right. 6, Jake. 6.
That's right. 6. Okay, so I really wanted to put this guy higher. I love this guy. This guy is just, he's everything. He just isn't in it that much. You know, in the wrestling scene, the great wrestling scene.
There might be a samesies.
This might be, okay, well, it's the Flying Dutch.
Does he? Oh, okay. No.
I was going to, I just didn't want to
This
give
came
you.
this close.
He came that close? No way. Oh, my God. Never mind. We'll get to that later. I'm talking about the Flying Dutchman. You remember the Flying Dutchman as
Yeah.
He
I am
is.
actually trying to.
Oh, my leg.
I know who the Flying Dutchman. And then he gets thrown out of the ring, and then he breaks his leg, and he can't feel his legs.
I cannot even get a picture.
It's just before Peter fights Bonesaw.
Yeah, this isn't the ship from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, by the way.
No, he looks weird. I can't describe what the Flying Dutchman looks like. I want a shirt with the Flying Dutchman on it, and like him being thrown out the ring. I will pay someone for that shirt because I need that. But I think he's great. He really put all his effort into that wrestling match, and I just think we should all give credit where credit is due.
I couldn't even get a picture of the man. The closest thing that I can get is a meme with a picture of the ring.
Yeah, I got the same thing too.
This is what I get. For Flying Dutchman.
The Flying Dutchman.
That's pretty crazy. But I believe you. Although I really actually hope that you have the other wrestler higher. Because I mean, come on. Michael, top 5.
Okay, this might be a samesies, but I'm gonna. So there's been a couple of versions of this character, like sort of a couple of stands in. In the second film, it was played by an Asian lady, but in the first film, it was in a subway.
Samesies.
Okay, yep, all good. So I was going to perform it. I was going to perform it.
Okay, let's take that as for what it's worth. Number 5 for Jake.
Number 5. Okay, so this may be a little controversial of an opinion of a pick. My number 5. We're gonna go back to the Unity Day Festival from the first Spider-Man. I think there's great moments and great characters, but there's one we're forgetting. She may not be a famous singer anymore, but I have to go with Macy Gray for her brilliant performance of the song "My Nutmeg Fantasy."
Hell yeah!
People,
the Tom Morello version of this is also good. FYI.
That's a good version. Yeah, that's fair. I like the movie version of the song. That was that big singer in the movie. You know how movies have singers in them? Dreamgirls had Jennifer Hudson, and Evita had Madonna. Well, Spider-Man has Macy Gray. She gives us. You see her for one shot, and then later on you see her reaction to the Green Goblin.
She noticed the Green Goblin.
She is in the Spider-Man universe. That's just so much that she's able to give in that performance.
And also, Moss Steph is on
the photos. It says the photo.
The dude is wearing like a hoodie, camouflage hoodie with like a. That's the early 2000s. It's
and she's wearing red because Spider-Man wears red.
Ooh.
That totally was planned. I assure you.
Absolutely.
Michael.
Okay.
Number 4.
For this one, we're going back to the wrestling arena. This might be. So this guy has one line, and it's. So the fight between Spider-Man.
Okay. I think I know who you're talking about. That's it.
It's basically it's about what changes in the match between.
Yeah.
He's very excited about it.
I'm very excited because he's one of my favorites. We can talk about him later. So
the best part about this is that I still have like 20 photos I googled and they haven't mentioned a single character. Jake,
yeah, a lot of stuff we chose. There's definitely The rest you'll have.
Yeah. Number 4. I think this is a big one. This is maybe the best side character from Spider-Man 2. Peter, he fails to make the play, MJ's play. He's out in the street.
Same.
And
Is this Bruce Campbell?
No. This is later on in the scene. He's out in the street. He's had to pass the time, and he hears music. He hears the sound of a violin. He sees an Asian lady singing the Spider-Man song, doing not a good job at it. You see her sing it. She sings the Spider-Man song, and then you see her later on. And she's like, "Where is Spider-Man? Where have you gone to Spider-Land?" She's a very essential character. Spider-Man. That's what every Spider can.
Okay, I think I got her.
The movie. So I can't wait.
I think I got her.
Yeah, you should.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's her.
Violin lady.
I could have heard the Asian violinist. I think that's what it really says. Okay.
I hope she doesn't get recast. Let's see.
Okay.
Number 3, Michael.
This is actually played by a New Zealand actress. It's in the first movie. It's about a montage of what are people's reactions to this new superhero called Spider-Man, and there's a character in the background as well that is almost made my list just for the way she looks. But it's played by Lucy Lawless. You may know her as, I think she's on the Xena show.
Lucy Lawless. Yeah.
She's actually the reason I chose eight spots for this list, because her line is simply 8 legs. Sounds hot. She's the goth girl.
I have to correct him. Sorry, Michael. But the line is...
I knew I got it wrong.
Guy with 8 hands.
Yeah.
Sounds hot.
8 hands. Yes. I mean, who doesn't want a goth girl to say that about you? I mean, come on.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh my God, you're right. That's Lucy Lawless.
Yeah.
Look at the
What is that?
Lawless is a Spider-Man.
The story behind this couple right here.
You know the movie Splice? She looks like the freaking...
That looks like her, yeah.
I am honestly shocked. That's Xena Warrior Princess. She was a Spider-Man, and I never realized it. Yeah.
Well, Bruce Campbell was in Xena Warrior Princess. I believe Sam Raimi wasn't executive producer. So
Shared universe.
Shared universe, let's just say.
Shared universe. Wow. I wasn't expecting to be surprised today. I'm actually being surprised by most of this list.
How are you surprised by this?
But this one actually, like, whoa. Number 3 for Jake.
Number 3. This guy he's one of my favorites. This is actually a samesies. I almost wanted to put him at number 1, but I'll just play the clip for you guys. That's it.
Cage guy.
I call it the cage guy. He's the cage guy. Cage! Look, you see the sheer joy that he got?
That's us in the theater watching Spider-Man, the credits. He's us in that moment.
Look at that reaction. He's just so happy.
I wish I could be that excited about anything.
He's so happy to see the cage. This is what he's dreamed of.
He's literally like had one word.
That is totally the one I thought you were going for.
And he's iconic. One word and he's iconic.
They did
so damn it!
They did one take, and that was the energy that was all that was needed for that character. Sam Raimi saw that and was like, perfect, we're never going to be able to capture that ever again. We've got it on film. Let's move on to another scene.
I don't understand you guys. Just say. Fine. Let's move on.
He's like almost like fumbling his popcorn or whatever he is.
God damn it. And what? That was your 3?
That was my 3.
I mean, but to be fair, the efficiency. He has one word for like 1 second. And you know how everyone like Mike knew him straight away. That's special. That's a special.
Cool. Michael.
Okay.
What weirdo that nobody knows is in the movie number 2?
No, we're not going obscure here. You wanted him. You got him. I got Bonesaw.
Oh yeah,
Bones.
Where's that picture I got?
Same seas. Sorry, same seas.
Give me a second. I still have to find him because I know I have Bonesaw picture.
Same seas. I got him.
Ah shit.
All right, we can get to.
I can't believe that Lucy Lawless is in this movie. Okay. Is it the same?
Guy with 8 hands.
Interesting. So what's your number 2, Jake, then?
My number 2, echoing the Asian violinist from Spider-Man 2. I'm going with the superior version of that. Superior version from the first Spider-Man. I'll just play the clip because I think it speaks for itself.
This is like a spider, he looks like
That's it. He didn't even sing the
That was
Spider-Man.
number 1 on the
He sang his
Billboard.
own version.
13 weeks
Yes.
fun fact, in the Spider-Man universe.
It was the Titanic of songs. He just kept staying there. That was his presence.
It's also like meta moments in superhero movies, the 2000s. Like
He wrote his own song. Like, how impressive.
he's just trying to make a living.
He's like, I'm not even.
Money.
He's not gonna try to get fast playing the Spider-Man song. Fuck that. I'm doing my own shit.
Rosario, you know what you should do? Instead of doing a Kickstarter to get a 4K TV, you should just write a song and go to the subway. That's how you can make your money.
Right, a teenager.
Episode 15 is gonna be that. Don't worry. Jesus.
He has his presence. Cowboy guitarist in the subway. That's what I'm calling it. That's what he gets.
Subway guitarist, yeah.
So that was number.
Michael
2.
has my favorite number 1.
So,
Wait. Michael's number 1.
So when I said I technically have like 10, I chose Bruce Campbell. I chose all of his roles because he deserves it. It's Bruce fucking Campbell.
Yeah.
Every role he plays, the ring announcer, the Flying Dutchman. He plays
That's the best you got.
He plays the guy who doesn't let Peter into the MJ's play in Spider-Man 2. And then in Spider-Man 3, he plays a hilarious scene where he thinks Peter is signaling him every time to bring the ring over. It's just...
I actually figured somebody would pull something like this, and I'm prepared.
Hell yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I think Jake had one of these. You had one of these, Jake, right?
He had the Mater D.
I love the ring announcer. I love the snooty usher, as he is in the credits. I just went with Major D. The way he says "Parker," that's what they said. Parker.
I honestly, I have to say that even though Spider-Man 3 is the least good one of these movies, he is the best Bruce Campbell cameo.
He has pretty much the most. I get all the ring announcer. He has a lot to do, but
yeah.
He's acting. He gets to show off his accents, which is great.
And then Spider-Man 4 was going to open with Bruce Campbell. He was going to be Mysterio. It was going to be the same character. He's just because he's an actor and he's able to the illusions and pretend to be these characters. That was going to be the whole thing behind those cameos. It was going to be genius, I tell you.
So,
but Doctor Strange 2 definitely is in Spider-Man 4.
That's true. They got to bring Bruce Campbell in.
So what you're telling me is that Raimi was gonna use Mysterio with Bruce Campbell for Spider-Man 4. So Dylan Baker was gonna get screwed again.
Well, it's gonna be the opening. It's gonna be the first 5 minutes. He foils a bank robber.
The poor man. He played the lizard for like 5 movies. No, 3.
Hey, he's a physicist.
Even though that continuity is sort of weird, but yeah.
Character building.
Well, because he gets fired by Connors, but then he's like.
In the first one, yeah, and then he becomes a student of his in the second one.
So I guess that leaves us with number 1 for Michael. Oh wait,
Jake.
Jake.
Me?
Sorry. Which was completely ruined by his same season, but I don't care.
We all know who it is.
Are you guys ready?
He has an audience. Cheer for the man that is
Look
Bonesaw.
at that beautiful man. Look at that beautiful man.
Look at the muscles on his arms.
His muscles
It's
have
just-
muscles.
Exactly. He
That's
has
it.
each outfit that his husband
Has a
may have made for him. His husband may have made that outfit for him. You know, he's very dedicated to his craft. What are you doing up there? It's great. Randy Savage, Macho Man himself, rest in peace, gave so much for this role. He auditioned for it, and they were like, "You're hired. You're gonna play Bonesaw," and it was perfect. I think the name also is brilliant. Like it's Bonesaw, and then you see the people in the audience. They've got the swords and doing.
Yeah.
It's
Fun
brilliant.
fact,
They thought about it.
last year I went to a movie trivia and my team name was Bonesaw is Ready. So, that's how much I like it.
I have to agree. This is probably the best choice in the whole list. I guess that's a complete list, guys. I had so many pictures.
Can we see? Can we see
Yeah,
what
let's see
you
him. I'm curious as
People-
to.
People that you didn't put in the list. This guy.
He's in too many scenes.
Yeah,
He's
I think we
a
went more
supporting.
like people who are in like 2 scenes.
We're on the side. This is a supporting. Rest in peace, Bill
This guy.
Nye. He's
Alright,
in too many scenes.
We could have chose his scene in Spider-Man 3.
His Spider-Man was at the funeral, yes.
This woman.
The
Um,
wife.
I mean, that's the wife of Otto Octavius.
Let's also make sure that people know that she was also in Star Trek Insurrection. I just want to make that clear. I was watching it the other day, and I was like,
It was
"That's
it was Haku. Yes, it was Haku.
yes."
This guy. I almost couldn't even get a picture of him.
Hey, he was the first guy to play football on the moon. Okay.
That's true. This girl. He was in a bit. Wait. She was in a bit.
I knew it was going to be Ursula.
That's
Yeah,
yeah.
Ursula.
Have you got ones with
Make
Her dad.
me some
Her
notes.
dad was in-
Mr. Dickovich is awesome. He would be like the
It's a
top
free
five
country.
supporting
We're a
actor.
rent-free country. What a line. What a line.
You're a good woman. I am a good man.
And wait, I had one more that I figured it was gonna come up. Oh, what the hell? Too many pictures. Okay, here it is. This guy.
Yes.
I mean, it says, okay, so this says is I want to just apologize. I would have had him on my list. I just totally forgot.
Honestly, the reason he didn't make my list is he goes to rip the sticker off Peter's helmet and it leaves half the sticker on. And have you ever ripped a sticker
It all
off? And
doesn't
it's
go
so
off.
hard. It's so hard to get the rest of it off. Like he couldn't.
And
if
Michael
he
mentioned
ripped the
this
sticker
to me
off,
when we were watching Spider-Man 3 the other time, but it's still there. The continuity.
in Spider-Man 3, the helmet he rides the moped on with MJ at the start, this ripped off sticker is still on the helmet. So yeah, that helmet is lost all its value.
The way he
And
says no
finally-
also is amazing. I think it's
And finally, for fans of the TV show Bones.
Emily Deschanel.
I mean,
That's
she sort of
Bones!
screwed Peter there. with the-
Bones!
was this the start of the plot for 30 minutes or less? That whole little stuff.
You know, she's chewing gum. You kind of wonder why she's chewing gum. She's like kind of curious about what Peter's doing. You know, he's getting changed. He takes like 5 minutes to put all the laundry shit and all the mops and stuff, and then he's like, and he says the best line. She's partly responsible for one of the best lines ever in film history. And then she's like, "You're late.
Quick come before eating pizza.
I'm
That
not
doesn't
paying
make
for
any
it."
sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that?
Maybe that do some credibility of her list.
Are
Well,
we going to do any honorable mentions?
that was a list.
I want to mention one. The guy Enrique, who works at the moon.
Yes, Enrique, I get you.
Yes, Enrique, I get you. Okay, and
Yeah.
because
He gave-
MJ
he
is
gave
low-key
MJ a
stealing
job.
from the draw. But,
Midnight
we just sort of ignore that. But yeah, I want to give.
Since Michael got to say one character, I do have one character of my own. He is during the montage in the first Spider-Man. He's only there for like 2 seconds, but he delivers his line brilliantly. I don't know what his name is, but I'm just calling him "He stinks," and I like, and I hate him. I think I don't like him, guy.
Yeah, and there's also the
He
cop.
delivers the line with intensity.
There's the cop who says some kind of freaky little something wacky. And
And
also,
he goes, "He stinks." I don't like him.
the two guys who are like, he's not gonna make it. He's gonna make
He's
it.
gonna make it. I love that. Yeah. There's so many. You guys, I just want to say, me and Michael have enlightened you guys with how many great characters there are in the Spider-Man trilogy. I feel like most people don't even know, and we are here to, enlighten people on that aspect.
Also, the guy in Spider-Man 2 on the train where he like challenges Peter. He's like, "Is that all you got?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Any more bright ideas?
I honestly kind of was expecting you to bring some of the guys that carry Spider-Man in the train, like that now he has like half a
I
second.
mean, I almost said Henry Jackson from across the street. I'm paying him.
Yeah.
There's just so many characters. We could go forever about like.
He also went MJ's dad.
Yeah.
Who's
Let's not do that. This is long enough as it is. So
Hey, we're doing pretty well.
also
That
the
was
bus
it.
driver. He was like enjoying torturing Peter at the start, like
Not
laughing,
putting him
like,
on the bus, not allowing him to get on the
making
bus.
him laugh a little bit.
I do have to say something, Mike. I think we did this thing wrong because Michael has your number one favorite character and Jake has mine. So
I was gonna say, dude, Jake had me with the fucking jelly donut guy and the cage guy, but then Michael just fucking wiped the floor up by choosing all three Bruce Campbell.
We're bringing Bruce Campbell. What can you do?
I don't know. I want to thank the
fun.
Australians for coming from so far.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I think it's like 2 a.m. for some of you guys. So
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's midnight for me. Shit! I just remembered a character that I should have added. Captain Curtis, who flies to Quest Aerospace exoskeleton and he dies.
Yeah.
What?
And then he dies.
interesting.
There's so
We
many-
probably should bring you back for something else, like a Kung Pao watch along or
Oh,
something.
sorry, at the
Well, think
Unity
about it.
Festival, fuck that little kid who almost gets killed
He
and
just
just won't move
stays there.
the fingers.
He just stands while it's about to crush him.
I
And
wish
his
he
mom's like, "Oh, my God."
And also, shout out to Stan Lee. The Spider-Man
Stan
3
Lee.
quote is one of the best ever, by the way.
Wait, was he supposed to be the same person in all 3 movies?
Maybe. I feel like, especially definitely Spider-Man 1 and 2, because he does the same thing. He moves someone out
Yeah,
of the way.
his Spider-Man 2 one is pretty shit, but yeah, Spider-Man
Yeah,
3 actually
I
gets
think it was his top hero moment. Like, I grab you and move you because it's a dick in the first one.
But Spider-Man 3 is a great cameo. That's a It's great.
Well, that's it for this episode, guys. Thank the Australians for staying up late. We might or might not do something else with them. So, till next time. We ranked some shit today, and it was fun.
Lucy Lawless.
Lucy Lawless is the Spider-Man, man. Amazing. Bye-bye.